Yes.
Jameson's not very well and therefore upset, so if I have to leave it short, they carry on without me.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's fine. It shouldn't be a particularly long session. It's more you're deciding what's next because you sort of wrapped everything up. But Andy did request a full season recap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like a mid-season so far this season.
Is this an American show? Do we have a mid-season break?
Just like
To accommodate our American audience.
I think I genuinely think it might just be Andy's forgotten everything that's happened.
No. Maybe.
Yeah, but for a quick rundown of all the things you've done that I can remember, I haven't written down the word Nazgul, so I've already forgotten something. You started off by accidentally robbing a town, which you then saved from a warg. Went to Dale.
How do we rob it?
Oh no, you ate the pig that the dwarf stole,
Ah, yes.
and then they lumped you in with the thieves.
Accidental homicide.
Yeah, but then you did save them from the giant warg, and now they don't hate you.
Good start.
Yeah, then you went to Dale, picked up a bunch of diplomatic work, going across the various bits of the world. You went to Moria, killed a lot of goblins. You
Not
would
enough.
you would have stayed and killed more goblins. Probably until the Balrog came, but then you went back to Bjorn's, killed some spiders, got some cool treasure. Then you went to Rohan, where you met Thorongil, some men who hate Digby. Then
Oh, wait, was that us?
no, men who hate all of the people from Rohan, but as far as you can tell, they just hate Digby.
I see.
You invested some horse theft. You went to Mordor. Then on the way back to Rohan, Brett died, and now you're back in Dale. And there's been some small adventures along the way, but I ran out of space on the page.
Pretty good. Well, I'll give you an A plus for that, Ed. For that, Ed. Richard. That's how good it was. It was worthy of Ed's note taking. That's how good that was.
Yeah, but now you did finish off last session killing some trolls because Digby had led you into a troll cave to camp in.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that was sorted, finished the walk to Dale, and now you're in Dale.
We've
so-
entered Dale. No, we've come into Dale. No, that's
So this is Dale. You haven't been here in a while.
We've breached Dale.
There is Dale's back alley.
there we go, Andy. We have breached Dale.
Yeah. So welcome back. Not a lot's changed.
Oh.
There are some more horses about, and they look like they might be from Rohan. So maybe you did something good.
Excellent. We're heroes.
So, the original mission we left on last time we were here was go investigate Moria and kill and clear the path for the returners, which would be what Balin and his party, and then we carried on to Minas Tirith. No, carried on to Rohan to try and get horses.
Yeah, to get like resources and stuff for the Dale.
We didn't. Did we? There was. There was some kind of mission to go all the way to Minas Tirith.
They wanted you to. Oh my god, I can't even remember what that fetch quest was. I think it might have been for.
Was it armor or something? No, that doesn't sound right.
It was masons to help reinforce the walls, I think. But it looks like they've managed to wangle the dwarves into doing that for them.
Nice. No men called Mason needed. Perfect.
No, you would have had a hard time going to Gondor and finding the one guy called Mason, who's made out of stone.
Specifically, we need the one guy called Mason who's actually a Mason.
Yeah, that would have been a tricky find because Mason is not a very Middle Earthy name.
And his Mason the Mason's wife is pregnant with Mason. Right, what do we do here? Is Dale is sanctuary, isn't it?
Sanctuary.
I
Or is it not?
don't think it is yet.
Ah.
Yeah, I think it's just Bjorn's and Minas Tirith, which I
Yeah.
think you opened up in the last fellowship phase.
Yeah, I did.
But Dale's friendly, so that's nice of them, isn't it? They're nice and friendly. They don't hate you yet.
Yeah, give it time. Cool.
Yeah. So where are you headed in Dale? There'll be
Who gave us tasks before? It wasn't the king, was it? Wasn't it like his sidekick or something?
there was a steward, and it was actually there were dwarves around as well, so they're the ones who asked you to go to Moria.
The steward asked us to go get horses from Rohan. Can we go back to the steward and see if he's pleased with our results?
Yes, you can. Yes, they are.
And ditto with the dwarves, I guess.
Yeah, I think the dwarves that you find are not necessarily they're masons and people out here doing trade, but they seem like they'd be very happy with the Moria solutioning. Because I think they would have delayed their trip because of it, because they didn't realise quite maybe how many infinite goblins there were.
How many infinite goblins?
So they have postponed their trip. The dwarves in the town city will know that. So there might be more chances to go on excursions to Moria, because I forgot to read that far ahead in the timeline to see when they'd actually go.
At what point do we bump into ourselves in Moria? Currently just building just elaborate bases.
We're a good age apart.
Yeah, all you have to do is survive the War of the Ring.
And live for a few more 100 years.
Yeah, I think some of the party might not make it. Amras, I think, is probably the only one who could.
Lads,
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty at risk right now.
You know,
Heaver will make it, but
Obviously, yeah.
Is Heaver secretly like Shadowfax, like Lord of all Dogs?
her full name is Heaver
they
Fax.
Heaverfax, Lord of all Dogs.
but that could be in the future.
It's a not impossibility.
It's not, because I don't think there's anything to stop us just saying that yes, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of tabletop games. The way you're the DM, Richard, is you can just say yes, that's a thing, and it becomes true.
What's Tolkien gonna do? He's dead.
The estate will come for me.
They will. Yeah, you've made an enemy for life, unfortunately, with them.
It's a risk worth taking to make
Middle Earth is no longer a sanctuary for Richard.
Yeah.
That would possibly be the saddest thing that could ever happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are probably worse things that could happen, but that's pretty bad.
It's up there, isn't it?
Yeah, but approaching the steward, they are happy. Rohan has sent some horses. It's very useful. It's allowing them to trade a bit more with places a little bit further afield. Not too far, because
There's xenophobia.
a little bit of xenophobia, a little bit of they're sort of aware of what's going on in Mordor, and they're not. They don't want to get caught away from home.
So is it fair to say that news of Mordor's rumblings is fairly commonplace?
Yes.
The
So
news we
Dale
brought back more of
has.
an additional rumor to an already hive of.
Yeah, Dale has been visited by. I think it's the Mouth of Sauron who comes to visit Dale and's like, "How about you surrender?" And that's sort of what spooked them into being like, maybe we should have better walls and horses.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, because they sort of feel a bit on their own because while the dwarves happily live under the mountain, they have a mountain to protect them from pretty much everything apart from dragons.
Yeah.
Earthquakes might also be a problem as well.
Yeah, the elves of Mirkwood don't really give a shit about anyone but elves of Mirkwood.
Can confirm.
Pretty isolationist cunts, aren't they?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so they sort of feel like they're a bit of a weak target.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, they're not. And they have been hearing rumours of men from the east being spotted sort of setting up around
Further
the
west.
Pine Hills. Yeah, further west than they would expect to be. So they're not overly thrilled by what's to come. So they're looking for possible places to, like they do in Rohan, fucking abandon ship and go and live somewhere else. And they're looking for somewhere that's ideally the other side of the Misty Mountains.
Although they're literally looking to up and leave.
Not up. If it comes to it, they'd like somewhere they could go, just in case, or send some part of the citizens across to possibly live somewhere else, so that they survive.
Sounds like about to go find them a new home.
Yeah. So their only real big thing is that they like somewhere they could just rebuild. They're not really super keen on starting from scratch. And west of the Misty Mountains, because they feel like putting mountains between them and Sauron is going to be enough.
I feel like that's a reasonable set of criteria we could look to fulfill if we go hunt them down at home.
Yeah. And when you're in town, the dwarves have also been rumbling about possibly going back to Gundabad, because that's further away from Mordor.
Isn't that also full of orcs? Well, not
Since
anymore.
Battle of Five Armies.
Are they all dead now? I bet no one's been checked. I bet they've just assumed that because the Gundabad orcs turned up at the Battle of Five Armies, that there's no one. I bet it's not empty.
I can neither confirm nor deny that there could be stuff there. Who knows?
It's just the Gundabad orc wives that are there, and children. And
No one can tell orcs from orc wives. It's the beards.
Yeah.
They claimed squatters' rights and refused to leave.
yeah,
Yeah. But, a party of brave adventurers could go and, put up an eviction notice. Or go in and murder.
Guys, I am so overqualified for this art.
But one of the main rumours that you hear just about, not from anyone in particular, is that there was a trade caravan that came in. And they were trade caravans in Middle-earth. Bit weird anyway. There's not a huge amount of them. But this one was asking a lot of questions. And they were led by a person a blind seer who was claiming to make prophecies of the doom of Dale and Erebor and the world. And so a lot of people have said like it's weird, if you see them, probably leave them. But they were headed towards Rohan.
makes sense.
So those are all the choices. You can now do anything else that you would rather?
Far over the misty mountains.
Well.
Sounded like the finding a refugee sort of camp for them would be the
Yeah.
most pressing thing.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
So
Just
where
trying to
are we
see if I've-
currently? We're right up in Erebor, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm looking at a map. Oh, there we go. There's a handy map.
Yeah, there's a
Wait,
handy
wherever
map.
did that come from?
I don't know. Annoyingly, it hasn't really got much west of the Misty Mountains on it.
So does Jerry? Am I able to recall? Because me, Ed, obviously I would know, but just in case Jerry might know, is there any sort of ruined towns or cities just west of the Misty Mountains that might work?
Could you roll a history or lore, something like that, whichever exists?
Law, I am slightly better at law, so I'm gonna go with that.
Even with a 12, you know that where you are in the Shire is used to be part of a big kingdom of men.
Oh, so right over to the Shire.
Yeah, so sort of
Okay.
pretty much everything.
Wherever he is.
Isn't it
Sort
everything
of
left of the
west.
Misty Mountains was all one?
Yeah, it was. I
Place.
think it was split into two kingdoms. It was actually Jerry probably wouldn't know, but it's actually where Isildur was king off when he went marching off into the last battle. And then,
Backgate.
Ah, okay.
yeah, then fucking. Oh no, his dad died, and then he died later.
Spoilers.
Rip. Pepperonis.
But you know that people have often spoken about ruins, like
Okay.
What about
Weathertop
what about-
and
yeah? What about Eregion?
fucking well gone. Eregion as a city.
They specify ruins.
Yeah, what I can actually do is I can move you over to a map that is just west of the Misty Mountains.
Nice.
All right.
That might be useful.
It is a map that you've never seen before.
Well, that's a slow load.
Go hang out in the Shire.
Honestly, why would you not want to hang out in the Shire? I think if you asked everyone on the planet and explained what the Shire was and then say, would you like to hang out there? You would not find a single person who'd say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think because most of it was wiped out in a war with Angmar, which is this nice place at the top.
My map is still blurry.
Oh. I don't know how to. I can't help. With
No,
that.
it's just it'll just take
I
time
was
to
going
load.
to say it's alright for me, so yeah, it's just a time thing.
Yeah, so they had a fight with Angmar, and so
Evidently lost.
yeah, so a lot of
Oh, there we go. It's back.
yeah, I don't know if hobbits would know, but there is like the Dunedain basically guard the Shire from outward malicious forces, and that's why they're so happy and nothing bad ever happens there until they let the wizard through, and then they're all fucked.
Oh, no. Alrighty.
But I don't think there are a huge amount of cities and stuff marked on the map. I know that there is, I think.
But they're showing
four.
Eregion as a whole region, aren't they, rather than a city?
Yeah. Let me do a Google and see what. Because I think Eregion gets. I want to say it gets like proper fucked. Because I don't think there are ruins as such. I think it's just gone.
I was actually very close to Moria. Southern border.
Yeah. The internet says there are scattered ruins, but nothing really representing a city.
I mean, Weathertop doesn't sound like a terrible idea. It's a nice road there already. Is there much else at Weathertop other than the one tower?
No, Weathertop is just a watchtower. It's Amon something.
What's the whistling?
or other.
Sorry, that's me.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, it's a bugbear man.
It was quite piercing, to be fair.
Sorry, I didn't realise that was too.
That was needles to the ears. That one.
Yeah, Weathertop is pretty much just an old watchtower.
To be honest, like it sounds like if they want to go find some ruins, they're gonna have to go a lot further than just the other side of the mountains because I can't. We're struggling here.
Yeah, they're not too bothered about travelling. They would like to be on the west of the Misty Mountains.
Can we take them to Forwardwaith and towards the fortress of the Witch King of Angmar?
You
I'm
can
sure
if
they'll
you
love that.
want. Yeah, you can if you want them all to die.
Let's go to Angmar.
What about Mount Graham? That looks
we
nice.
Why don't we just take them to the Shire? Legitimately.
Yeah.
They can stay at Jerry's.
Go
Hobbits
to-
famously very accommodating when it comes to.
Oh, very
Lots of
accommodating.
people.
Towards the Blue Mountains, we can go to Bree on the way.
Have a drink
Yeah.
of Prancing Pony.
Yeah. What you could always do is go west and
Go west.
It's exactly what I was thinking. Right.
just
I'm gonna
chat
jump
to
off from
people.
it. Jameson's upset again, so I will
Okey-doke.
No problem.
back in a bit.
He didn't like the Go West joke. Yeah, but can we go to the Shire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've just got to work
I've
out
heard-
which. It'll be working out which way to get there. I can recommend not through Moria.
If we
Many
go over the
listeners follow
mountain.
Folly to that.
This is before the wizard gets all created.
Shouty in the wind.
I mean,
Ah,
Goblin
it's not-
Town
oh,
sounds cool.
Goblin Town does sound cool.
I'm sure nothing bad happens there ever.
Yeah.
Actually, it's pronounced Goblinton.
Yeah. You guys from Dale, do you want to just repopulate Goblin Town? I think it'll be right up your street. Under the mountain. Might smell a bit, but
Yeah, we can watch that out.
We can scout out for when the dwarves return to Moria.
well, yeah. If you really wanted to, you could always go north and go pass through Gundabad.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Oh, but go
No,
on,
no, hang on. Hear him out. Hear him out.
please.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay.
Cool. Let me just work out how dragons work.
Which is just like, what the fuck? That worked? Okay.
As he said, please. It's quite close to Angmar.
It is quite close to Angmar. I think the Witch King's not currently living there, but a Nat 1 could change that, I think.
The keys.
A Nat 1 and the Witch King turns up. That sounds fun.
Yeah, well,
That
he's
one
just,
gets the keys go off.
he'd just be as difficult as the rest of the Nazgul. I'm not saying that the Nat 1 wouldn't be followed by a D8 to see how many other Nazgul are also just
So you're
hanging out.
saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
I'm saying there's a chance you could be fighting 9 Nazgul, yes.
Oh dear.
But you fought 2 and only 1 character died, so
Yeah.
that's a good ratio, I think. I mean, none of them died, but like still good ratio.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I just want us to go to nicer places than Rohan.
Go to Shire. My vote. I don't have to go there, but that's my vote.
Yeah.
What does the group think? Legolas, not Legolas. Fucking Amras is gonna get drunk for the first time.
I feel a slight tingle in my fingertips.
I
It's
think starting
affecting
to
me.
affect me. Yes, you can't just liquor. Dead.
I was waiting for you to reenact the falling off his chair thump.
I did. You just couldn't see.
Oh, that's a shame.
To the Shire.
To the sheer.
Well, I said it was going to be short. I didn't realise you'd all agree so quickly to just do one thing.
Do we plot a plan on which way we're gonna go?
It's because Sam's muted.
Yeah.
Got him.
So I think realistically that's sort of all that I had today. And I'll work out some stuff to happen along the way.
Are we gonna think about a route? Do we do that, Richard? Or
Oh,
Route
yes,
might be a good idea.
you probably
Yeah.
should. And the fun thing, while Sam and Tom aren't here, you will need a guide.
I'll be the guide. I've never been the guide before. I have no skill in it, but I'm also happy for someone else to be the guide. If Andy would like to be the guide, or
I think
Joe would
Mr.
like
would guide
Mr.
be
Jerry
again?
should be the guide because we're going to the Shire.
Good shout. Yep, Jerry. I bow
Yes,
to the
yeah.
wisdom of
Which skill is the guide again?
I don't see how that's relevant.
No, yeah, no, Jerry will do it. Sure.
I largely also don't see how that's relevant,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's go for it.
but
I cede to the greater wisdom of the Hobbit returning home.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean it's
Jerry is
wisdom and
pretty
survival,
wise.
but like it'll be fine.
I don't know, he's not terrible at survival.
Yeah, and we'll sort out the rest of the roles next time when everyone's around. But the guide for your journey to the Shire is Jerry, which makes a lot of sense. This is where Bilbo ended his journey.
Yeah.
So
we're doing the and back again.
yeah, hobbits can do and back again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll pop you back on.
we're gonna do back and there again.
Do you know that hobbits have tails?
Stories or flat things on their backs.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. So I get if you want to pick a new color that hasn't been used before.
So is Gundabad a good way to go, Richard?
I can neither confirm nor deny what I have decided is awaiting you in Gundabad.
From a
But I mean,
a
there's nothing there.
prepared
There's
way.
nothing there. There's
From
nothing.
a prepared way, does it help if we go that way?
No, it's sort of an either or. Like you can go. Gundabad is now just an open option. You can go there whenever you want. No one else is. Because no one goes to reoccupy it. But
There you go.
if at some point you want to go have a look, There's possibly
Where
some
is
stuff
the
there.
Is that to the Shire? Is that way? Where is Gundabad?
At top.
Top of the Misty Mountains.
And we're here. So that is an interesting choice to go up there, away from where we want to go down that way.
And if we went through the Misty Mountains there, we would still have to pass around this as well.
I mean, I'm up going through Gundabad for
Yeah,
shits
I
and
mean-
gigs.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's the best idea.
What we could do is we could get a boat. We could, in theory, what's the colour we haven't used? I'm going to use orange.
Orange.
We could go along this river, go along this ridge line, cut across Mount Gundabad, come back down, and then get on this river that way.
Mm-hmm.
We like that? Jerry, are you good at that?
Yeah. Sure.
Is everyone good with that?
Hang on a second. Let's make a route with some chest hair. There we go. I don't know where we're going.
We're following the grey one, Dom.
Oh yeah, great, easy. That's the one I connected mine to.
I've suggested this one. That's chest hair there.
Oh, that's some good chest hair.
Oh, is that
It
the bit
is
where you
true.
get lost in Mirkwood?
Yeah, we do need to incorporate getting lost in Mirkwood, so here is the route we will actually end up taking. And then back up. And then...
I know what's coming. There it
we
is.
go. Yeah, there we
Can
go.
we not go this way? I'll draw a route.
I reckon that Andy's going to start with this going right.
No, I think he's going to draw a penis as our route.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. Right along the peak.
I mean, you can do it. The map I'm looking at says that the mountains are impassable, but I suppose all you have to do is find somewhere to climb up it.
Yeah, this sounds like cowardice, so, you know.
What are we on now? Do we decide on a destination?
The Shire.
The sheer.
We're going to the Shire.
We're straight up just taking all the men to the Shire. Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we
Well,
now
yeah,
got
they're
no route
not.
across the
They're
map.
not. They're not coming with you, but
No, I know.
yeah, they're.
So we're now looking for a route.
Yeah,
We're looking for a route.
Jerry is the official guide for this journey
Yes.
because you know someone who's done it and back again. So
Yeah.
I like this route. This is good. Seems adventurous. End to end. It's how the true adventurers do it.
Actually, I'm going to revise it slightly.
I like
That's
this.
how
Sam
it's
said that he liked the route. Just like, no, I'm going to change it.
I think it's going to be beeline straight to the mountains at the top of the map. Go all the way along the map. There it is. Yeah.
it is.
Oh, yeah, more mountains.
Well done,
yeah.
Dan.
as soon as you were like, I'm going to revise it, I was like, there are more mountains we could cover.
Yeah. I mean, Willard Heath sounds like a lovely place.
Wait,
This time of year,
I'm
yeah.
going to stand by for revision 3.
I just have no idea.
Are you spending more time in the waste?
It's
Can we go to the Iron Hills first?
going to involve going up here as well. And then there.
And all the way down to the
All the
bottom
way
of the
down.
I suppose.
Where is the Lonely Mountain?
We're at it.
Yeah, no, I realised
Is it-
that as soon as I said that.
You see, this mountain that's sort of all on its own.
Yeah. Which doesn't really happen in the real world. Sad.
That way.
I see. It loops
Perfect.
back round to get the Iron Hills in.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
and those
an odd
hills.
choice.
You're an odd choice.
Got to squeeze in Gundabad and Mount Graham. Got to do it for the Graham.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
actually
yeah.
sure what Mount Graham is, or what lives there. I'm assuming not something friendly.
The mountain
Oh, that's
ranges. No, I'm not gonna make that just a shit joke.
Mount Graham. Yeah.
Orcs.
Yeah.
It just says
I
orcs.
think I'm looking at the same and otherwise undefined location. It's somewhere in the Misty Mountains or maybe the Eton Moors.
Yeah, I guess if orange is the real route,
Do we want to do orange or do we want to do the green route? Because I'm quite okay with the green route.
I do. And this is a question to Jerry, not Andy.
Mhm.
Is there a particular reason we're going all the way up to Grey Mountains and past Skunderbad rather than just that through the high path straight to Rivendell?
Harry
Uh,
didn't draw that.
Because
I
said,
didn't draw it. It sounds cool.
and I said, please.
Gundabad sounds like a cool place.
It sounds
Okay.
Gunda rad.
Good enough for me.
That's all the justification we need now. That's it. It's locked in.
I'm gonna fucking.
Cool.
I'm gonna fucking skateboard down that mountain. That's how rad it's gonna be.
Yeah, in that case, I'll do all the journey planning preppy stuff for this.
2025.
Yeah, because I
What are we doing
think,
next week? I can't remember if we're doing one next week or not.
I think there are 2 people away next week.
I think
You
I'm
can't-
one of them.
You can't make it, can you, Dan?
I think that's correct.
And why do I think I can't? No, I can.
I can't make it the following week.
Friday the 13th, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't do the 20th.
Neither can I.
But
I
if there's
think
two, if there's 2 people not around tomorrow next week as well, then it may actually be we don't play again until maybe Twixmas / New Year.
yeah,
And then on who's not here next week? Dan and someone else. What does Dan?
I think I'm not here next week. Tom, I
Yeah.
think's not here next week as well.
yeah, I felt like there was a second who wasn't there on the 13th, and then yeah, we might fit one in between Christmas and New Year. I need to work out when my family are leaving.
Yeah, I think up post Christmas, I will be my attendance will be probably erratic. I'll be partially
Why, have you
otherwise
got-
occupied.
You got something big coming up?
No, not really.
No, I
Oh,
don't
he's
think
got
so, yeah.
his annual pilgrimage to Max Verstappen post-season.
Just the birth of my second child.
Yeah, it's a second. I mean, you know.
Yeah, minor.
Take 2, you know.
Yeah, who cares about the second son? Oh wait, how? No, shit. Hang on.
You idiot. Why don't we?
2 electric boogaloo.
Why don't we take the men of Dale to the Ice Bay of Forroshell? That sounds lovely.
Because
that a
actually,
pub?
much like Iceland, not much ice there. It's very green, actually.
I thought it was just full of frozen food.
Frozen fruit.
Well, just food in general. Yeah, Iceland.
Yeah.
Oh, Himling sounds nice.
Iceland.
Himmling sounds like Himmler.
Himling. Let's
Andy
take
style.
the Isle of Himling.
Heinrich Himmler. Heinrich Himmling.